It's going to be a video on how to replace the mainframe of the Nano QX. See, I've already taken off the canopy. It's been busted up from a collision with another Nano QX. And so I took the frame off. As you see, I have some problems. I put some tape to patch it there. And here it's breaking, and eventually this will happen to your Nano QX mainframe. All you need to do is purchase one of these. It's the replacement frame. It's just the whole frame. It costs $7. You can get it from Horizon Hobby or eBay or your local hobby store. They stock this. So the tools you're going to want to use for this is your pliers. I couldn't find my needle nose that would work better, but I have these. Some tweezers is helpful, and a screwdriver. I got a flat blade on this screwdriver, and that seems to work well for prying the plugs off and moving the motors. Also have bigger size blades I can install on this screwdriver. And this one is much bigger, so we'll maybe use that if we need it. I'm going to show you how to remove the plugs. This is the first step we need to do. I already removed one of them, and I just take the tweezers, stick them in there carefully, and kind of pry it up. Try not to nick the wires when you're doing this. It can take a minute, but you need to be very careful because they're very easy to break the wires. There we go. So we just do the same on the other side. There, those came out easier. You want to pull this piece off of here, and you see there's some sticky tape on there. This, if you feel it, it's still pretty tacky, so I should be able to use it with the new mainframe. Sometime the mainframe will include a new sticky thing, and I believe when you buy your Nano QX you get an extra one of these. So you should have an extra one, but if it's still sticky, it still feels tacky, it should be fine. You're going to want to make sure you know which way this was on your quad when you replace the main frame, because you want to do this the exact same. As you see on the main frame, it has these little pins, and these can move back. When you flip it, it will be different, so you have to make sure you get this right. So we're going to place them side by side just like they were, and the front of the control board is where the antenna is, so that's going to stick on just like that. If you have another Nano QX, it's good to verify you have this all in the right way. So you see antennas up front, plug coming out back, and that all looks right. So we know we have it on properly. So you're going to just lightly press this down. Just press it down lightly, gently. Try not to touch the inside parts of the control board because that could damage it. And you're going to want to make sure that's very squared up with the frame. If it's crooked like that or something, it will not fly the same when going fast. It will turn. So you want to make sure you have that all right. So now I usually remove all 4 propellers from the main frame using my screwdriver. I just pry them up. I'm actually using the bigger bladed screwdriver here. Now if you want to avoid putting the props on wrong, on backwards, because some are counterclockwise and some are clockwise. So I'm just laying the props down exactly where they will go beside the new main frame. The front ones just come off very easily. The first time you ever take these off, it will kind of be hard because they're new and the holes aren't quite widened out, so it'll be harder. Now, as you see, if you can see this, this has a nick in it, in the prop, right here, has a nick. So we're going to want to replace that because that's going to cause vibration. Okay, when you're replacing props, you want to look and see if they're the right kind. You see, on this prop here, this is the original one. On the top here, the prop is coming out to the tip. On this one, it's going in to the bottom of the propeller. So that means it needs to be switched one out. That one's wrong kind. And here we go. They're both the same now. So we're going to use that prop. So now we're going to pull the motors out. And first of all, you want to pull the little wires up out of their little slots that the wires have been pushed down very gently, carefully. I'm just going to do this with all four. Okay, now they're all out. Now I gently take my screwdriver, insert it right in there, and pry up a little bit. Just a little bit. Now it's very easy when you're doing this step to pull the motors out real fast, and then this plug here gets caught on here and you rip the wires of the motor. So you need to be very gentle with this. I like to do a kind of push it out with the screwdriver good ways, and then I rotate it until I get it. Okay, there we go. So now you're gonna thread that through there, and now you have your motor removed. Now I like to make sure I get these motors in the right places, so we're going to say this one goes here, we're going to lay that there, and then we're going to pull all the other ones out. So okay, so now I have all the motors laid out. I'm actually going to replace these motors with the red and blue wires, because I already replaced the ones with the white and black because they were getting old, so I figured I'd just go ahead and replace these while I got the opportunity. So I'm going to put those there, and these motors do wear out after a while. You can expect them to wear out if you fly every day, month or so. You know, they're going to wear out after quite a bit of time. It will take a while for them to wear out, but when they do, you'll probably notice a lack of power. It will either be your props not being balanced right, or your motors worn out. So I'm going to go ahead and replace those. Now we're going to install the motors on the new main frame. So I'm going to slide the plug to that hole in there. I'm going to gently push the motor in with a twisting motion. To get it started, you can just push it in, kind of pull the plugs over to one way, push it all the way down until it's flush with that. So now we're going to do that with all four motors. First, you want to note that you have white and black, red and blue on the front right. On the back right side, you have white and black, and on the back left side, you have blue and red. So it's going to be like this. Here's the front, or no. Here's the front, and you have blue, white, white, blue. So you're going to notice that there's white and white across from each other and blue across from each other. So there's the counter-rotating motors and the regular. So you're going to gently take your screwdriver and push this into the little tab. Make sure you get both wires in there, and do that with all before. You can see they're on there, and got each one installed. Now you're going to plug them back into your control board. The one with the little notches, you can see, goes outward, out. Towards the front. No, that's just gently set in there. Just slightly put in there. Now we're going to push between the wires. It's important not to push on the wires, or you could very well break them. Move them apart. I'm going to push it in, and then it snaps in.